Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I guess you know, or you've heard, that there's not going to be a government shutdown. I'm sure a lot of people are relieved about that. I know that the lady across the road, she is a Head Start teacher, and she and I were talking this morning, and she was saying how they had to start preparing for possible closures at a certain point, that their funding would no longer come through. And I think that's very sad. The children and the mothers in this program, or I think she said 95% single mothers, and then also a high percentage is grandparents that are raising their children, their grandchildren that are in this program. How sad. You know, you have grandma and grandpa, they're on Social Security, which was going to be cut 30%. Food stamps were going to get cut. Head Start would have gotten cut. WIC, and here they are. They're utilizing as much as they can as grandparents, possibly retired grandparents. So it's almost heart-lifting. The $10 billion disaster fund went through. I think that we're going to have to start doing something. I know a lot of people want it just to be state, but I'm telling you, FEMA is a great program when utilized correctly and funded the way that it should be. But I think FEMA and the Red Cross should work together very closely. I think we should have something similar to the Red Cross in our disaster program. And I mean that absolutely. Central places in every state, so that way they will be able to get everywhere on that state. Just saying, that's something I would put forth and make a map and a little graph. Everyone's going to get a paycheck. And the one thing that didn't go through was the Ukraine funding. And you know what? Right now, okay. I just didn't want the government to shut down, and I didn't want these 30% cuts to Social Security and programs to happen. That's too many people are surviving, and these programs absolutely help. I went to the food pantry today, and like I said in my video, it didn't look like they were as generous as they normally are. I'm assuming that, you know, maybe donations are going down. Now, the State Board of Health does fund and regulate these pantries, and that's why they put the divisions. I can remember when I used to donate there, you know, they had tons of what I would donate, but they would disperse it into other pantries in the area, which is great. That's what this place is, kind of like a hub. And today I noticed that it just wasn't the same. So I imagine, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on with that as well. But there you go. No cut to Social Security. But it's only a 45-day granted stretch. So if they can't get everything hammered out in 45 days, at least our initial stress is over. But I think that it's horrible to take things to the edge. You've got older people that are so upset over this that they can have a heart attack or a stroke. Maybe they started not eating or overeating and their sugar's all crazy. And this stuff can cause problems. What if mom's starting to get stressed out because she's hearing all of this and seeing all of this, and maybe she's a single mother and she works for one of these programs, or she's a government worker? What about all the government workers? I mean, you know, they were like, are you kidding me? I wish they wouldn't do that stuff. And, you know, it kind of reminds me of where I used to work, when it was like the day before a holiday or a day after a holiday when they would normally give it to you. You would not know that until you left to go home for the weekend or the week or whatever the holiday was. Then they would tell you. For the most part, you didn't. But they always had that claw in you just in case. Really. But there are a lot of things that I'm very excited about, and one is the $10 billion of disaster fund. I really do think they need to have centralized federal setups, very much like maybe the Red Cross in every state, centrally located to make it easier to get out all around the state. Just saying. No shutdown. Now, something to look forward to tomorrow is I think I'm going to show you the chicken feasting will begin. Every Sunday they will have what I'm going to call the gut load feasting. And I'm just going to put all kinds of food out there for them. Just make whatever and just make sure that everybody's getting an extra, you know, just one day a week of let's get it on. So I'm going to do that. I kind of started them a pumpkin, and I'm kind of excited to see if they've carved it. I'll show that to you as well. I saw it on Goldshaw Farm. He says a lot of people have been doing it. I haven't seen it yet, but I thought it was really cute. And my chickens, they really don't like pumpkins all that much, but I did notice that the younger girls and my young rooster were gnawing on it, or pecking at it, so hopefully that would draw everybody's interest. I do have another one, but I kind of want to bake that one, do a holiday bake with rice and green beans and all kinds of yummy stuff in the pumpkin. It's really good. You do it kind of like a hamburger helper. You use your ground beef, you make a gravy with that, you put your rice in there, you mix all that up, some green beans. I like personally more fresh spinach in there, some cream of mushroom soup, and you bake it in the oven, and then when you dip it, you dip part of the pumpkin out and eat it. It is absolutely fantastic. I love it. All right, you guys, I've got to go. Y'all, carry on. Hugs from a distance.